Welcome to part two. Welcome to part two. We're joined by Liam from Brinsworth in Rotherham. Women love him, men want to be him. He's currently training at Chris Smedley's gym, doing training amateurs, aren't you, Liam? Ask to unmute. Unmute you, send lad. Oh, where's Liam?
Sorry about
Yeah, I'm just saying you came to me barbecue and we've had a chat and you met a few chaps here, and you're now training at Chris Smedley's gym, aren't you, lad?
that. I am, yeah. Love it as well. Absolutely love it.
Lovely, aren't Chris and Matt are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. But not only that, me and all lads have bonded straight away as well.
What up there?
Yeah.
Chris is a trainer.
Say that again, sorry.
Hang on, this mic's doing me head in. Hang on, 2 secs. What do you think? What do you think to Chris as a trainer?
Well, it's proven, innit? You don't get results he's had if you're not any good.
Yeah, he's. What do you think to Quinn Ahmed? He's Porky's Corner and South Yorkshire Packaging sponsors lad him, you know.
Oh, well, he should have boxed today, Quinn, in championships at Bridlington. When he got there, he got a bite at next round.
Yeah, why?
There might have not been anybody at his weight with that experience. So I'm not too sure.
Can he whack?
Yeah.
Have you seen his hands? They're like billiard balls, his knuckles, aren't they?
I don't know. Every time I've seen him, he's got his gloves on.
Yeah, he's a nice kid, Quinn, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he's really talented and he can whack. But there's a lot of good kids down there at the minute.
Yeah. Kevin will be buzzing, if he turns pro. Kevin at South Yorkshire Packers, and he'll be buzzing if he turns pro, Quinn. Because I thought he were going to turn pro last year, but Chris just said he wasn't ready. So he pulled plug on it, didn't he?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'd keep him amateur another year.
Would you?
I would do, yeah, because it's all right being a big hitter, but you need that experience of everything else. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Being put under pressure, getting it hard, getting hit with body shots, all that kind of stuff. You don't really experience that in under 15 fights, I don't think.
Do you think Ryan Rhodes turned over too young?
Yeah, how old was he? Like 18?
Well, Ryan Rhodes, what youngest British champion ever, wasn't he? He's how you beat Silky Jones, didn't he? Who what a world
Yeah,
champion. Well,
yeah.
but no, I sometimes look at Ryan's career and I think like because I thought he had it all, mate. I really did, honestly. I thought he were really, really good. Terry always when I said that, well, I followed him, so I thought it was fantastic, mate. I thought it really. I always thought there were more to come from him. Do you remember when he fought Jamie Moore?
Your mic's gone funny again.
Oh, sorry. Do you remember what Jamie Moore, Ryan?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
What did
You've
you
gone, Russ.
think?
No.
William? Hang on a minute. What are you doing? Fucking laptop is it? Trying to put this in with one hand, aren't I?
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, I've had fucking three. I've had my operation. Can
No, you keep going in and out.
you hear me now? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've had my operation, but on my hand, like three fingers, tendons, and fucking broken metacarpal. But getting back to Ryan Rhodes, I just think if Ryan had have stayed another couple of year amateur, I think it might have been a bit different phase story for him. But when he fought Jamie Moore, everybody said Jamie Moore were going to run over him, didn't they? Because of what he were doing at the time, he was knocking everybody out when he beat Macklin, didn't he? And that, and Ryan just took him to school, didn't he?
Yeah, it were probably one of the most talented boxers we've had at UK.
Do you know what I mean?
I think yeah, I think he were up there with Bob McGrain for not winning a world title.
Do you?
I do, yeah, I do. He had it all, didn't he? He had it all.
Yeah.
Southpaw, powerful, brilliant technique. It was like a an older version of Kell Brook, like technical wise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, we have to give Bombay Davis props. He got him into the shape that he should have been in years ago, 154, when he was fighting for years at middleweight. He fought that Otis Grant. He shouldn't have never have got him with him at that young age, you know.
no, no.
And he was a seasoned fucking big lump. But I always felt that Ryan Rhodes were a 154 all the way. But when he fought, by the time he fought Canelo, Canelo were just coming into his own, wasn't he? And Ryan were at the other end of his career, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. I don't really know why they took that fight. To be honest with you, do you know if I took that fight, I think it'd have made a little bit more money and maybe got a world title shot somewhere else.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it was a bad fight to take at that. Like you say, Canelo were just coming up and Ryan were just coming down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
And I bet he didn't really get that much money because Canelo weren't really known then, was he really?
I don't know what he got. I'd have thought about 300 grand or something like that. It wouldn't have been that much, would it?
No, I don't think so.
Compared to today's money, Ryan would have been on a few mil, wouldn't he, for that fight, wouldn't
Oh yeah, yeah, what would that have generated last night?
he? Oof, massive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, even a percent of that would do me.
Yeah. What did you reckon to that Ismail Davis getting robbed? Well, I thought he got robbed. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought I did.
He
They're on
had
my
he had a
accumulator.
legit knockdown as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I felt sorry for him.
You know what I mean? It's one of them, isn't it? Do you think Billy Nelson will be all over internet today?
Probably, yeah. Roasting everybody.
Billy's going to be unbearable now, isn't
Yeah, I know. He's got a problem with everybody for some reason.
he? Yeah, he has, hasn't
I don't know why though. I can't understand why.
he? I can't.
Is
But
it because he's not like a fan favorite on matchroom shows and stuff?
I don't know, you know, but it all goes back to Bakoli because he's had some stick on here, old little Billy, for Bakoli.
Yeah,
I mean, why would you put a man 22 stone in a ring who's we against a world class fighter, former world champion, and you've had no camp whatsoever and you've flown halfway around the world to get there? Why would you do that at last minute for a few poxy quid when you know that you're not in shape? You're just turning up for a payday. What sort of trainer does that?
somebody was trying to get their investment back, I think.
You reckon?
I do, yeah. Why else would you do that?
Well, let's say Billy got his 10% out that, but he's a manager as well of Bakoli, because Bakoli's got about two brain cells in his head, hasn't he? Right.
Yeah,
So let's say Billy's had a couple 100 grand out of that. Well, if that's all you're going to get out of the job then, because he's now washed up. Now he's not going to get a world title shot ever in his career now, ever again. Well, he's never had one anyway, but he'll not get a world title shot him. So he's just going to be a fringe contender over and about for crumbs. Whereas if he'd have played the game properly and not took that fight and took one when they were in shape, he could have been knocking on the door for a world title. So really, I think that Billy Nelson sold him down river, me. That's what I personally think for a pound out. If Billy's
yeah,
got a problem with that, you're welcome on here on Zoom, Billy. I think it's shithouse behaviour. I do.
yeah. I think that's what's happened. And not only that, I think it's Bill Nelson's fault that Bakoli got to that size anyway. Because all he's doing is bigging him up and bigging him up. And I think Bakoli got that confident. He wasn't even training anymore. He was just relying on talent and
Why
power.
would you let him go back to Congo, where he's from, to eat roast crocodile? Because all he's going to do is make a pig of himself, isn't he? He'll get a big bottle of Tabasco sauce and just eat grilled whatever they eat in there, don't they? He's made a pig of himself, hasn't he?
Yeah. And then obviously, if he stayed in shape all year round like professionals supposed to do, he'd have had a good crack at Parker, I think.
I'd like to see Bakoli against John Coffey, would you?
I can see it happening.
What do you think
I
to
can
the
see.
noise on
Go on,
in
sorry.
about Moses Atome and John Coffey in September? It's bullshit, that surely.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
I thought Dubois weren't fighting until next year now because he's got a injury.
Yeah, I don't think Dubois fights this year, and I don't think they're going to put Moses Atoma in with Daniel Dubois. It's just internet gossip in it.
Yeah, I think Atoma will fight. Um, trying to think. I'm trying to think of a good fight and elevate himself
Andy
into like
Ruiz would be
top
a good
three.
fight for him. Somebody like Andy Ruiz. If he's ranked number one, you've got to fight somebody around that level. You can't just
Yeah,
come
but they
back
don't
to
know, do they?
fighting guys like Dempsey McKean.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. They don't know, do they? They can be having around like top five, and they'll be boxing like people ranked 52, 53.
Yeah, but what you're going to get when a Toma's opponent gets ready, everybody needs to go and have a good check on the rankings. You're going to get somebody slipped into top six in any eight divisions, and they're going to then say, well, he's ranked with this organisation number six, so we're going to put him in with Moses. We've got to keep him busy, and it's a top tenner. When really the guy's probably about ranked, should be ranked about 80. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to they're going to have to put him on a drip feed, aren't they? They're going to wrap him in cotton wool. He's had 26 rounds as a pro. For him to go in with Usyk now would go against everything that Frank Warren believes in, I think, as a promoter.
Yeah,
You
yeah, I
think?
agree. Yeah,
But they've elevated. They thought they could bump him up that rankings and try and get that Mike Tyson record. Now that's gone. Forget about that now. Just bring the kid on properly. He's had 26 rounds as a pro. Most of them, well, 10 of them not complete. So if you add that up, it's probably just under an hour he's been in ring, or round about that. He's had an hour as a pro in ring. That's not
yeah,
even two 12-round fights. Do you see where I'm coming from?
yeah. I don't know why they are trying to rush him. I don't know why, unless they're trying to get him to a world title shot and earn some money off him, kind of thing. But I don't know. For me, I'd like him to stay around this sort of level for another year.
Yeah,
Well, they will. They'll rush him. This time next year, he'll have fought Joshua or Usyk or something like that.
you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. So that's what they're doing. There's no patience.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happens, isn't it? Okay. Froch and Darren Till. I say it doesn't happen, but what do you think?
Uh, I don't think it will. I don't think Froch wants it.
No?
No. Why would you want to? He's got millions of pounds. He's had his nose and his teeth done. Why would you want to go and do that?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of person Froch is. See if he's all money and ego, or see if he can just take it, just sit back and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you think? Do you think he's egotistical enough and money grabbing enough to take that fight?
If Carl fought him and he lost, right, and he got 3 million quid, he's technically sold a loss on his record after he'll have been out the ring 12 years. If they're on about doing that, right, after Christmas, he'll have been out the ring 12 years then, won't he? Right. So if he's
Yeah,
out the ring 12 years and he gets beat by Darren Till, I
on a
will
misfit show.
be devastated. I'll be devastated. I'll be
Yeah,
devastated for his legacy. That'd be shocking because it's all right having nice teeth now and your nose done and all that and you're a bit of an hair transplant or whatever. You do that when you're retired, but why would you want to come back and get your nose rearranged, your teeth knocked out, or all your scalp opened up, or cuts and all that? Why would you want to put yourself through all that? Because once you know yourself, you're ex-fighter. Once you get clipped right body and you haven't fought for even a year, it comes keen, doesn't it, Liam? So what's it going to
yeah.
be like after 12 years? You're just an average fit bloke in gym. You're not fight fit, are you?
I don't want it to happen. I know that Froch's been a bit of a snake, a bit of a cobra over the last couple of months, but I don't want that to happen. That fight to happen. I think there's a good chance that Till could hurt him. Not necessarily beat him, but he could hurt him.
Yeah. We're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. Uh, Conor Benn Eubank. They're on Sky, aren't they? Pushing it. Ben's there wearing glasses now and saying, I'm going to knock you out and when we meet and all this. He didn't do it first time, did he? Inside 3 rounds like he promised us. Conor Benn's not had a knockout for 4 years, has he?
So, how long ago did he get busted?
3.5 years ago he got done, didn't he? Wait,
Well, there we go then.
so he had a knockout since then, has he? Since he's been busted, he's not stopped anybody, has he?
No, not even look like stopping anybody.
No. Do you think it'd be dangerous for Conor Benn to fight at 160, then come back down to 147, fight Crocker for world title?
I don't think it's dangerous if he fights Crocker. Uh, but anybody else, yeah, it would be dangerous. Yeah,
Do you know what I
it's
mean?
just, it's, yeah, I don't know why they do it. It's just money again. It just comes down to money. There's no reason for Conor Benn to fight Eubank again,
None is there whatsoever. None.
other than revenge that you're not going to get. So just go back down to your weight division and win a world title and make a legacy for yourself. So you're not classed as Nigelson anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you, mate, 100%. But they're going to get paid millions of pounds. He's getting 10 million, is he, this time, apparently?
So yeah, I don't know. What's different? What's this 10 million going to do that the last 10 million didn't do?
Well, he's getting 10 million quid. What it shows is that these people like Conor Benn, they're bigger than than boxing because he's a two-time doper that's not being punished. It's all gone away, hasn't it? Like Dylan White's Oscar Rivers carry on and the other one, the Joshua one, when they didn't fight, yeah. So
Yeah,
it proves that you can get away with it in their millions. And he's made out to be
yeah,
a bad guy. So he's playing up to, he might even be a nice guy in real life, but he's playing up to this bad man image now. And he's trying to be a Mayweather type, isn't he? Like that kind of carry on. And it's proved that he stuck two fingers up and said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I want. And I think that's why people like Julian McGowan fell out of love with sport for a while.
yeah, yeah. I agree.
Where are you from?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can see where Julian's coming from, putting up with it all the time.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And how do you rate Conor Benn's chances, Liam, in this rematch?
Well, I think if he takes this fight and loses it again, then that's him done, really, isn't it? Nobody's that interested in him. The only reason people are interested in him is for Eubank fights. I think other than that, nobody's really that bothered, are they?
Well, he'll turn his hand to anything, won't he? I mean, when White Rhino hangs his gloves at boxing, he'll be doing something. They'll all think they can earn while they're 60, won't they? Like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I know,
You
but
know what I mean?
yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Conor Benn, since that doping scandal, and it's obvious that it in your system, absolutely obvious. Since all that, I've just not been interested in him at all.
No?
I just want Eubank to humble him again.
Yeah. How do you
Talking, talk.
how do you
Go on,
rate
sorry.
Rhino's chances against Makhmudov?
The closer we get to it, the closer I'm thinking that Dave's tough enough to get Makhmudov later into the fight
Yeah.
because both times Makhmudov has lost his body work, is he can't really handle, and he seems to blow out of steam by about round 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Rhino's got a chance if he can take him into deep water. But for me, Rhino don't throw enough punch. He don't throw enough lever for me, Rhino. You can't
No,
go into a fight hoping to take their best and hope they tire, can you? You've got to have a better game plan than that, haven't you?
Dave's going to have to up his work rate if he lets Makhmudov get into a rhythm just behind his jab. I mean, how many amateurs did he have? He's had 200 odd amateurs, hasn't he, Makhmudov?
Yeah, it'd be all
Uh,
like a rash, won't it, to start?
yeah, Dave's got to be really, really switched on for the first five, I think.
Yeah, and then try and drown him. I thought that would plan with Fraser Clark, and do you know what? There were moments in that fight where I really thought that Fraser Clark was struggling for fitness himself. Did you?
Yeah, he were, when he? Were blowing after about round 4.
And I think a fit Dave Allen and Fraser, I'd like to see that rematch because I know Davey didn't get paid, but I genuinely think that he could be a bogeyman for its big freeze.
Well, yeah, I think if Big Freeze wins world title off, sorry, British title, Dave beats Makhmedov, I'd like to see that fight at British title.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Rhino and its big freeze, the giant abominable snowman, Mr. Frosty.
Yeah,
Has he still got a dint in his head, Big Freeze?
I don't think so.
He looked like Wardley fucking took his head off, didn't he, nearly?
I thought he was having a stroke in the ring, honestly.
I've never seen anybody get set about like that before.
No,
I like Big Freeze.
horrible.
He comes across all right, Big Freeze, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like him. I like it. I like his personality.
Yeah, I like Big Freeze. We like Big Freeze, don't we? We give him a bit of stick, don't we? But we like him. He's likable, isn't he? He's a
Yeah,
lovable lummox, isn't he? He's not a big cuddly teddy bear, isn't he? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
but he's not scared to have a go, is he?
No, he's not scared to let his hands go. I mean, I've heard stories. I'm not going to say who told me, but I've heard stories. He used to go down to spar Dylan White. This is not so long. This is not many years ago, and he used to really give Dylan White a good going over in sparring. That's stories I've heard, mate.
Yeah, I can believe it though.
I'm telling you now, he's supposed to have gone down there and sparred Dylan White and really set about him. So he's not a mug, is he, Big Freeze?
No, I think he just left it too late, turning over.
Yeah,
Probably
but I
four
think
years
a
too
lot of them
late.
do, don't they? Because I think you were hanging on it. It must grape you when you you wanted to get to Olympics and win a medal. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. It must want to get, and he got there in the end, didn't he? He got a bronze, didn't he? So we have to tip his hat to him. But he maybe should have turned over four. It's not that 4 year period. He's lost and he's a pro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So obviously, he shows a medal over chance of becoming a world champion. I think.
He's a bit like Joe Joyce, really. Turned over too late because Joe's 40 now, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he'll keep fighting though, Joe Joyce.
Yeah. Do you think he's losing his marbles, Joe?
Yeah, I think he's been losing for the last 5 years.
I seen him in an interview other day, and he sounded like he were a man from Atlantis underwater. He did, honestly. I thought it was Patrick Duffy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's not.
He
Yeah,
sounded like he was underwater, mate, talking in this interview.
whoever's
In fact, it were him, Coogan, and Derek Chisora, and I could. There were Coogan firing questions, and him and Derek stood there, and I couldn't understand the word. It looked like they were both at sea. Can anybody understand Derek Chisora?
no, I can't.
Hey?
I try and lip read.
What's happening with Derek anyway? He's 42 in a couple of weeks. He's still going strong, isn't he?
Yeah, ranked number one, isn't he? WB,
IBF, is it?
what, IBF, yeah.
He's the highest ranked guy at IBF, or he was, wasn't he? Till they start messing with him every week, these rankings.
Yeah,
What's all that about? Let's slip so and so in. Oh my! Do you remember when they slipped Nicky Cook in at number 11 for Ricky Burns?
yeah, I do, yeah.
He'd been on beach 18 months. They got him a quick win, didn't they, against a journeyman of a 6th round. Then he was slipped in at number 11 and were thrown in with Ricky Burns, and he collapsed in the first few seconds, didn't he, with that back spasm or something, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, I remember that,
Ricky
yeah.
Burns pinging him round ring. That were the apparently that were the camel that brought the straws back or whatever with Sky, for Bricktop.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That were thank you, but no thank you. That's what I'm told. So do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I remember that Bricktop, you naughty little boy, Bricktop, slipping Nicky Cooking at number 11 for WBO, 18-month on settee. Get him a quick,
Hey,
get him a quick journeyman fight. We'll get him in for Ricky Burns. Get Ricky a defense.
Ricky Burns was a real deal as well.
Ricky Burns at the time, Ricky Burns bent him in half, didn't he? Do you remember that fight?
Yeah. It,
Smashed him to
it went
pieces,
on from there
didn't
to become the real deal, didn't
he? Ricky Burns, he impressed me. I never thought he was that good.
he? No, I know. What was he? Four-weight world champion?
Well, Johansson beat him.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He were an heavy puncher. Him, Carl Johansson.
He was one of my favourite boxers.
Yeah, he's good mates with Manners lads, Rick Manners and Nick and them. They're all nice kids, them. But he's from their neck of wood. He's a nice kid, him, Carl Johansson. I remember he fought Kevin Mitchell. He had Kevin Mitchell on He'd go in at one point in that fight, didn't he? But I think age caught up with him, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was a good fight with Sykes as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah. He was good, wasn't he, Sykes? Wasn't he?
They were really good. Yeah, it's funny that I found some old boxing programs, and on the show that I boxed on in Sheffield, Gary Sykes boxed on that show.
Did he?
Yeah, there's loads of people from around
Was
here.
that as amateur?
There's an amateur, yeah.
No, that when he with Julian then, wasn't he?
Hey, will have been, yeah.
I think Julian had him as amateur and pro, didn't he?
Yeah, it's funny because we were looking at these programs, uh,
I think he did. I think he had him from amateur as well. Yeah.
and there's David Howe boxing on one of them, and Cash
David
Ali.
Howe from Sheffield. Do you remember when he fought Dave Allen twice? Him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I'll tell you a little David Howe story. Me, Big Ron, and Michelle are up at Dennis's, all having cracking office, having a cup and that. And David Howe, his people carrier pulls up. David Howe gets out. They've all got sunglasses on, matching tracksuits. It were like Joshua, with all his Under Armour men
Oh yeah.
in his people carrier. Well, David Howe got out of one at Dennis's, came in, and he had a trainer, cut man, whatever, nutrition man, strength and condition man, and some other dudes. They're all in these trackies. So I was looking, and I think, well, he's a journeyman, isn't he?
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
it
thinking, what's
did
going
become
on
one,
here?
yeah.
David Howe pulling up like this, like Mayweather. I couldn't believe it. Michelle was wetting her pants. She's like, "Oh my God, look at David Howe here in this people carrier." It's in the windows and that. Sat upstairs. Dennis gave me a look as if to say, "Don't you say a word, you." At least Perry Howe used to turn up in his bin wagon. He was a like a dustbin man driver, wasn't he, for wagons, Perry Howe.
I don't know.
He used to turn up in one of them, Perry Howe, didn't you, Perry? Perry Howe had a bet with me. You were going to win an area belt. And I said, well, if you do, I'll jump in River Don. So I found a bit, at back of Rhinos down near viaducts. There's a shallow bit. I was going to jump in that. I didn't want to jump in that bit, near Woodyard at Swinton. Where all
Oh yeah.
the are and it's right deep and that. I thought, oh no, there's a shallow bit, in Cunningsborough. Still at River
Yeah.
Don though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, Perry Howe, he didn't win an area belt, but he won some IBO or whatever, or some WBF Continental, or some belt that Dennis invented for him, or something, whatever. Anyway, so he's strutting around Sheffield in this club with his belt, bouncing about, which you're gonna do. Right? He's a young lad. He's full of himself, isn't he? But you never won an area belt, Perry. So get yourself dived in Don. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd have dove in. Don't bother me. I've done dives at Newquay and that off Harbour and that. So what's that? I would have jumped in Don. I would have found a low bit. but, but I swear to God, honestly, Perry Howe, you didn't win an area belt, mate. But he's on. We've got to give him respect for getting in there, haven't we? I guess. But yeah, just a couple of little funny stories there for you.
Yeah.
Imagine Clinton Woods bouncing around Sheffield with a continental belt, WBF or
Yeah.
something.
He didn't bounce down Sheffield with world title, did he?
Yeah, did he, heck, man? That's what Clinton's about, isn't he? He's not like that, is he?
No.
He has got
Proper
a proper
Sheffield.
record, hasn't he, Clinton?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? From a proper era. Do you know what I mean? Been in there with Tarver, Glenn Johnson 3 times, Tarver's Cloud, Roy Jones, all them guys. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Rico Oy, who just done a 9 stretch. He were going around, everybody were terrified of him.
Yeah, I went to that
No,
fight.
he was knocking everybody out, wasn't he, Rico Oy?
Yeah, we were at Sheffield Arena, weren't it that?
Yeah. Knocking everybody
Yeah.
out. Clinton levelled him off, didn't he? Pop, pop, bang.
Proper fighter, Clinton.
Yeah, he is. Right then, Liam, it's been a pleasure. We've had a bit of a gas, haven't we? We just check
Yeah.
covered everything. Let's have a look. Have a look. Yeah, we covered that Ismail Davies fight. I thought he got robbed, and I thought Donovan. He's one of them, isn't it? They all seem to go
Yeah.
in. Say, oh, Dalton Smith. Eddie's lost another purse bid. Dalton Smith's got to go on road for a world title. So whatever happened to home advantage? Eddie Hills. Hills, them who invest in fighters.
Yeah, he's got to go to is it Costa Rica.
He'll not get nod out there, will he, in Costa Rica?
No, I think he gets stopped anyway. I like Dalton. I like his style and he's a good, really, really good boxer. I just think it's a little bit too soon to be jumping into world title fights,
This is why I
especially away.
respect Dennis Hobson more than Eddie Hearn. Do you know why? When Jamie McDonnell fought Seeger, they could have gone. Dennis could have quite easily gone to Mexico for that fight, and McDonnell would have got probably less money, right? But it would have been easy to put. It would have been Dennis would have got paid, but
Yeah,
they've had to go to Mexico. They got him over to Donny Rover's ground. He was complaining about cold all week. Do you know what I mean?
mhm.
So Dennis pulled the blinder there and he's spunk 300 grand on the show because McDonnell shafted him, didn't he? But the point I want to make is that's the difference between Dennis and Eddie. Dennis was willing to throw the dice. He won. And I've known Dennis win purse bids going up against Golden Boy as well.
Yeah.
He had that eye, Stewie Hall. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So
Stuart. Oh, good Stuart.
yeah,
Oh,
he went up against Golden Boy on that purse, Dennis, and he'd done his conkers on that show. So at least Dennis wins purse bids. Do you know what I mean? When he goes for a purse bid, Dennis, he does it properly. Eddie don't seem interested in purse bids. Whatever happened to $1 billion Eddie and Matchroom? They're always trying to sell Matchroom, aren't they? But Matchroom's supposed to be $1 billion company. Well, how come they don't win purse bids? What have they won nine in fucking 30 odd year? What's all that about? Nine or ten, is it? If that. When are
yeah.
they
And
going to start
especially
winning purse bids then?
yeah, but especially when these are supposed to be your next generation greats. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The class in Dalton Smith, which he might be, I don't know, is like the next whatever, the next coming of Canelo or whatever. But yeah, we're not going to invest in him in our country.
You know what that
They'll have to go to
tells you?
Costa Rica.
That tells you that Dalton Smith's not an headline act in Sheffield that fills their boots, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right.
That I know I'm right. If they'd put Dalton Smith on this show with Rhino, would it have made much difference with tickets? I don't think it would.
No, you're probably not.
I don't think it would. And and Eddie won't want to do his conkers in Sheffield with Dalton Smith. So you can look, in my opinion, at Dalton Smith having to go out there to Costa Rica and do all the heavy lifting. He's got to stop that kid to be a world champion. If he stops him, they might be able to build something then on him. But I can see him being a guy that has to go on road if he wins this belt.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they'll risk
Oh,
they'll risk a Sheffield show with Dalton Smith again. That's what I think. If not, well, why don't they get behind him and win that purse bid? There's supposed to be DAZN behind them and $1 billion company match them, and they can't win a little light welterweight purse bid. What is
I
all
think
that about? It couldn't have been that much money, could it?
I think the winning bid like 1.3 million or something.
Well, what's up with that? You invest in your guy, don't you? Bricktop would have won
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's what I mean. If that happens, if he goes to Costa Rica and he wins and comes back, I think he'll leave Eddie.
I do. I was thinking that. Surely to God, the people around Dalton Smith are saying to him, listen, your own promoter has been bigging you up since day dot. Can't even win a purse bid for you, and he's supposed to be $1 billion company, Matchroom. What's going on?
Yeah,
They're just thinking at bottom dollar all the time. They're not investing in the fighters, even now. Now, this all indicates to me that they're looking to get out of boxing, I think, because when Joshua's done, they're done in UK. Dalton Smith, they should be getting behind him and saying, we're back in UK. We've got a future world champion or a future Kell Brook. Learn from your Kell Brook mistakes. What you did
yeah.
putting him in with wrong fights at wrong time. And, with your Golovkins and Spence and all that. You know, learn from that with Dalton and go again and make Sheffield an hotbed because it ain't at the moment, is it?
No, I think this is probably the quietest spell we've had.
So get behind Dalton Smith. Don't be sending him to Costa Rica at his B side. And you're supposed to be matchroom. What are they going to do? Send Frank Smith out with him as well? Or
Yeah,
Puppy
I know.
Parsons? What is all that about? Hey,
He'll leave. He'll leave Eddie. That's if he comes back as a world champion, he'll leave Eddie. He'll go with Big Top.
yeah, you know what I mean?
I think so anyway.
So, okie dokie then. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure having you on, Liam. Hope you're well. Uh,
Yeah. All right. Okay.
and when you're back up at Chris's
Tuesday.
Tuesday night,
Yeah.
They get
Up
Chris.
about half past.
Oh, is it King's Boxing Gym, Retford Road, Sheffield? Is it S9 or is it S13?
S13 Woodhouse.
13 Woodhouse, isn't it? Woodhouse, yeah. Chris Smedley's gym and Matt and Nikki, I think, is it? Three of them got it, haven't they?
Yeah, there's another trainer called Chad who's a great bloke.
Yeah.
Uh, another one, another Chris who's a nice bloke. Yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant gym. Atmosphere is great. So if you ever think about having a bit of boxing, having a few boxing sessions, come down.
Right, there you go. King's Boxing Gym, Woodhouse, Sheffield, S13, Retford Road. Thank you very much, Liam. Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too, pal. See you later.
Yeah. Right. Well, that was Liam from Rotherham, and that's about it. I'm knackered now. Women loving men want to be him. Don't forget to click on link, take you to the sponsors, Human Nutrients. It's pinned in the top of the comment section. That's about it. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. And thank you to the people that have been subscribing on my other channel, Porky's International YouTube. Feel free to go over there and have a little nosy. That's about it, really. I think I'm going to get out of my face now. Peace out.